Another twist in the case of Catherine Hoggle. Thanks so much for joining us on this Friday. I'm Annie Yu. Hoggle is accused of killing her children, Sarah and Jacob Hoggle, back in 2014. Their bodies have never been found. For nearly a decade, courts found Hoggle incompetent to stand trial, but last year, a judge ruled that she could stand trial. But developments in the courtroom today could push that back. Matt Gregory is live in Rockville this afternoon with the very latest. Matt, what happened in court today?
I mean, it was a fiery courtroom appearance today, Annie. Essentially, the defense team wants to plead not criminally responsible in addition to not guilty, which is in Maryland sort of the equivalent of an insanity plea. Prosecutors argue this is a delaying tactic, and they worry this could push the long-awaited trial of Catherine Hoggle back even further. Let's get you up to speed on the Hoggle case. Catherine is accused of killing both of her children, Sarah and Jacob, around 12 years ago. Their bodies have never been found, and for years she has not stood trial because of an incompetency ruling. Last year, a judge found after 10 years she is competent, and the trial date is set for October of this year. Now, here's where the argument in the courtroom started. Defense attorneys have 15 days after they take over a case to file a plea. Public defenders did that, not guilty. But in July, many months later, they made another plea, not criminally responsible. And in today's status hearing, public defenders argue they missed the deadline by months because the state's attorney's office has been slow to get them key evidence in the case. Now, State's Attorney John McCarthy called this a delaying tactic, arguing defense missed the deadline and holding a hearing on not criminally responsible will push the trial date that's already scheduled in October. Public defenders shouted back that prosecutors have had 4,000 days to hand over evidence. Prosecutors argued defense told them they didn't have a hard drive large enough to get all the evidence. A judge interrupted both, got everyone to settle down, and said he wants to take a week, review the submissions by the defense, and see if it's a legit request and rule on whether or not to hold a hearing on criminally responsible. And he'll decide that next Thursday. All right, so basically right there what you're hearing, and even after the case, prosecutors were still fired up. They were saying, look, we've waited a long time to get this trial on the schedule, to get it going, and they worry this is a delaying tactic. Defense still maintaining afterwards and telling the judge they're not trying to delay, they're just trying to do right by their client. At the same time, the father of the Hoggle children was here today. He did not want to speak on camera, but we're going to come back and do this all again next Thursday. In Rockville, I'm Matt Gregory. Back to you.
All right, just a heartbreaking case. Matt Gregory, thank you.